In life, we have choices. We can do the right thing or we can do the wrong thing. Depending on the circumstance and depending on our state of mind, our choices and the actions for which follows have consequences, either good or bad. When a relationship is broken, we have two options. We could try to work that relationship out and mend it, put the pieces back together, or we can go our separate ways peacefully and agree to disagree. When a child is involved, that changes the rules. Those rules are very specific, and I believe it should be universal. When a child is involved in a broken relationship, that child should never become a tool against other. It never should be that way. One of the most devastating aspects is that one partner or the other will always feign to be the victim. When a child is involved in a broken relationship, that child becomes the victim. Now that child must decide who is in their life, mommy or daddy. It's wrong on every level. If you have a child and you are in a relationship that for some reason, for whatever the circumstances, has gone south, sour, broken, do not use that child as a tool. Over time, you make that child a victim of circumstance. No child deserves that. I myself am going through the exact situation that I just described on this video. But I'm not going to make a child a victim of circumstance. The child is innocent. I'm not here to preach to you. I'm not here to point fingers. I'm not here to judge or condemn or ridicule or critique. I'm only here to tell you as a dad, do not use your children as tools. It's the most devastating thing you could ever do to them. And for both partners involved, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice. And this is free. If you cannot live together in a relationship as boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever the situation may be, separate peacefully. Don't use your children as tools. The harm you do could have ripple effects for their entire lives. Now, granted, not all relationships are meant to stay. Not all people will stay in love with each other. You cannot force people to love you. But when you do have children together, the moral, reasonable thing to do is work together for the benefit of your child. Don't make that child choose between mommy and daddy. In the end, you should agree to disagree and peacefully separate. Don't use that child as a tool, because those tools are never meant to be used. Our children are not tools. The anger, the hatred, the frustration, the sadness, the depression, the unknowing, it tears the human soul to pieces. And the bottom line is that no matter what you do, no matter how you do it, every action has consequences, positive or negative, which depends on you. If you have children, listen to this message. Like I said, it's free. Stop using your children as tools, or you turn that child into a broken vase that will never hold water again. One important element of this before I close this video. If you have a relationship with somebody you love or thought you loved, be a human being. Work it out. Attempt to have a resolve before it's too late. Before you really do grow old and realize that your children became the victim of your circumstance.